AdamHarry from BoLS with my very special guest.
I'm Stable Abe.
And we've got the new Revolt of the Machines, which is part of the End of the World series from Fantasy Flight Games. We're going to be going over today. So this is a really cool RPG system. Abe, how much do you know about this?
I don't know, just a little bit. It uses, I think, the Edge system, right?
Yeah.
And it's basically a series of books that FFG has done that cover various different apocalyptic scenarios, like the zombie apocalypse, alien apocalypse, and I think like a Ragnarok.
Right, the end times, like they do different end times. Biblical, Ragnarok, there's Mayan end times.
So this one is about machines. I know your toilet can try to kill you.
Toaster, too.
Toaster, yeah. And I think what's cool is that each book covers several different versions of that apocalyptic scenario.
Yeah, I've actually unboxed or reviewed the other 3 books in the series, so I'm pretty excited to take a look inside this one.
All right.
Just because, like you said, while the Revolt of the Machine sounds very general, it's got these very kind of, I guess, subsections of just exactly how the machines are trying to kill you. So, for example, in the zombie apocalypse one, they go over like Romero-style zombies or 28 Days Later style zombies, or like they'll do, is it viral, is it, blood transfusion, like all these different scenarios. And that's part of the fun, is that you play as yourself.
Right.
And you have all of your own meta knowledge, if you will. So whatever you know, your character knows, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
But as the game master, part of the fun is throwing those curveballs in there of like, you have to figure out what type of threat you're dealing with and can you survive.
Right.
So let's go ahead and take a look inside Revolt of the Machines.
Sweet.
Alrighty, Abe, the End of the World, Revolt of the Machines.
It's the end of the world as we know.
You know, I did like 3 videos without doing that.
You did? Well, I'm here to ruin everything.
Fair enough, man. This is, again, really quick role-playing system. The Edge system, FFG. Yeah. Can you survive the Revolt of the Machines?
That's the point necessarily. You don't always, right?
I know. You never do. Actually, a lot of these scenarios we'll get to see here has like the during and then the after, like the post. Like once the machines have enslaved humanity, here's now the new world and here's how we all live.
Is this really designed around like a long-term campaign, or is it more short? Like
it can be both.
Okay.
So they'll get into that, but I know in the previous versions they had like for the example, the zombie one again, it had like the first couple hours planned out, then the first couple days, the first couple weeks, first month, and then out to like a year or two of like how stuff would work in whatever apocalypse setting you're talking about. And then it had like, if you want to keep playing, here's in the future here's how everything will work.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. But we'll jump on in here and take a look. The theme for this book is blue.
Right.
Obviously it's machines.
I think there are like 5 scenarios in here.
Yeah, I believe there's 5, but they each have like the post and the pre and the post.
Pre and post. Okay.
So we'll go through the introduction real quick and the playing of the game. Again, this is a Edge system, so it's based off of tests. You rolled in a lot of checks and stuff like that.
Right.
And then just talks about how to do the character sheet, all the positive and negative features when you're doing your sheet, how that affects role playing. And then of course we got to have stress, death, and traumas because this is the Edge system. Then we gets into running the game.
Okay.
And how all that stuff works as far as
your game master section.
Right, the game master.
Actually, I think everything past here is probably the game master section.
Pretty much.
Right.
Basically, if you're a player, you're going to stop reading at page 38.
Yeah.
And everything else is for the game master because it's going to go over all the different scenarios. So we have the Modular Menace. This is apocalypse. This is the pre and then or during and then post-apocalypse. The Modular Menace is the post-apocalyptic scenario. Logical conclusions, which I'm not even sure what some of these are.
That sounds like it's the iRobot kind of thing, right? At least from the iRobot movie, where it's like the machines are like, well, it's only logical that we take over to protect humanity.
Right.
That would be my guess based on it.
Real quick, too, we've got Modular Menace, Logical Conclusions, Death from Above, Heavy Metal, which sounds bad, and Nano Apocalypse, which sounds worse.
Right.
And this is, again, pre/during the apocalypse, and then post-apocalypse. So it's really 10 different scenarios.
Okay, yeah. You can do either one.
You can kind of go that way. And then it's got the index and character sheet. So we'll just flip through real quick. We're not going to show everything off in the book, obviously. But from this point on, spoilers.
So this is like totally not a reference to like Terminator 2 Judgment Day or anything.
It's not, because it's blue.
Yeah, with like playgrounds, nuclear explosions.
This is a hydrogen bomb. Not a nuke.
Right. And this is a...
this is not a playground.
Park.
This is somebody's front maybe backyard.
Backyard, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no chain link fence, right?
Right, no, it's wooden fence. Totally different, 100% different. Anyway, this is the intro. Again, just we talked about the scenarios, we mentioned all that stuff. How to play, how to use this book. getting into
the art's
playing
really
the game.
cool in this
Yeah.
book too. Like I like how I don't know if you can make it out. This has like giant solar panels all over the world though and stuff.
Exactly, because that's what those machines would do. It's more efficient.
Yeah,
more efficient. Maybe.
And I love the little cute robot guy too.
That's good. You're gonna see that at the start of pretty much every chapter.
Yeah.
So, again, this is just the mechanics of the game. We don't need to cover this one too much.
Yeah.
Because again, I've done 3 of these books already. If you want to read the mechanics, just go Google the Edge system. Go check it out.
Yeah.
There's lots of examples of how to play the Edge system. So traits and sheets and everything like that. Robots fighting robots. Wonder who's gonna the robot wins that fight. Equipment again.
Oh, wait, can you play where you're all actually robots but you don't know it?
Maybe.
Like, can you play like the Battlestar Galactica scenario basically?
Ooh.
You're all Cylons all along.
We were all Cylons. I like
That'd
it.
be pretty cool. Like, you start punching some guy, and fist disintegrates with a robot. You're like, oh my god, what?
Abe, you're supposed to play yourself in this scenario. What are you trying to tell me?
Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing, Adam. That is an illogical conclusion you have come to.
Let's skip ahead. I mean, again, we don't want to go through everything. This is all mechanics and stuff, gameplay. So you've seen it all there before. Now we're going to get into actually running the game. Story structure. Again, encounters are a little different. This isn't your typical hack and slash.
Right. This is a little more
DD
survival,
Pathfinder.
a little more survivalistic.
Right.
You're trying to survive the apocalypse.
Exactly.
Not stop it, not beat it. Right?
Not being- the goal is survival,
Right.
and sometimes running away is how you survive encounters.
I wonder if since you're playing as yourself, I feel like if like the president and like the Joint Chiefs of Staff played this game together, it'd be like a totally different or like
Oh,
a bunch of
yeah.
like a bunch of like Navy SEAls were like, let's
What
play
if
this
you
game.
played as one of those characters?
Yeah,
I don't know.
nah, you're just like, yeah, actually we can stop the apocalypse. Like, I'm Barack Obama.
I drop nukes.
Yeah, right.
The nukes fight back. Oh
Yeah.
no. Again, it gets into all the different kind of narrative scenarios and how to, all the different interactions that you would have and downtime and all that fun stuff and tests.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some of the scenarios.
Right,
We're not going to show
scenarios.
all these off again, spoilers, but here we go. So the first scenario, this is the, I believe this is not the logical conclusion, the
Modular Menace here.
Oh, this
is just
is a little important thing about additional information. This talks about how stuff in the movies is different or can be borrowed or used, however you want to do it. But you are separating player knowledge from the character knowledge. But when you're playing yourself, those lines get blurred a little bit. It's important to remind yourself that this is only a game. So yeah. Anyway. Wait, I want to see this quote. The quote was by something nobody said ever. A survivor or her witness something no one should ever see. Okay.
Yeah.
Modular Menace. This looks like it could be robots or something. So what are they fighting with? Yeah, worldwide robot uprising.
Yeah.
Modulons are an unusual threat. While not particularly dangerous or intelligent individually, Modulons become exceedingly threatening in groups. Ooh, so this is about networked intelligence and how things start combining to take over.
Right, okay.
Reminds me kind of Superman 3's villain at the very end with the sister that gets sucked into the robot machine. She becomes like a robot and can absorb other robots and stuff. Anyway.
This is kind of like, I think this is kind of like the household appliances come to life and kill you.
Basically, yeah. They start, your refrigerator's fine by itself, but when it merges with your toaster, bad times. Yeah. And again, it's going to talk about just the scenario in general. It's going to do all the player character stuff, how that's going to affect them. But what I want to get to is the timeline. This is an important section here. It does a quick breakdown.
Yep.
Again, like I said earlier, the first couple hours, the first couple days, the first week or so, first couple of weeks, and then it goes all the way out. This one goes out to day 437. Which is
Modulons defeat the last remaining military opposition.
Bingo. So you kind of have a gauge of, as you're playing and keeping track of how much time has gone by, what's going on. I mean, you have stuff here like day 3. The National Guard is deployed to control the Modulons and maintain order. Apart from minor victories, it does not succeed in either of these goals. So it's going to be bad. And these give you a couple of different locations that things can happen, like an apartment building, a hospital. People are going to go to the hospital because they get hurt, but then they find out the hospital is trying to kill them. Modulon factory, Modular battle, excuse me. It's a big old robot. The refugee camp, he's holding his toaster. Don't touch the toaster.
Get you, yep.
Secret lab, things like that. It also has for each scenario, it's going to have different kind of NPCs and things you're going to be fighting or encountering. Most of the time, you're not going to actually want to fight these things. But you've got the Modular, which is like the big ultimate baddie.
They've all come together. You've got like a horde of them. This is like your PC is, this is just one of them, which is like your PC came to life or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And each thing's going to have features, equipment, and networked intelligence. So it's going to kind of go through there with you. This is a NATO Tornado fighter bomber. When you run into another NATO soldier who may or may not be friendly, depending on the situation, an Abrams tank, which those are definitely going to be roaming around. And then this is what happens after day 437, basically, the post-apocalyptic rundown. So if you want to keep playing, if your character survived, you can keep going. Again, it's going to be more of the same. Freedom fighters are going to pop up, things like that, how that all is going to work. So you've got some extra military guys. And then not the resistance, but a resistor of the resistance. So there you go. That's basically how it's going to run down.
Yeah.
Logical conclusions. Murderous, indefatigable, and near unstoppable cyborgs. So this is the human cyborg.
Yeah, they take over the world. Yep.
Kind of Terminator-esque, maybe. I'm not sure.
They turn people into cyborgs also.
Yeah. Yeah. What the characters see, what is everyone else doing? Truth. So, and then these sections are interesting. I forgot to mention this last time, but the characters, again, what you're going to know, what is everybody else doing? So as far as like the military, the government, local and state, all that stuff like that. And then the truth is what the DM actually reads, the big master plan. And then again, little tips on playing this section. Like, yeah, you can totally fight for the resistance, except it's bad and you'll probably get killed.
Hard. Yeah.
Anyway, true cost of safety. Again, another timeline that's going to break down. This one's on day 91. Maybe it's more. I'm not sure. Nope. But it goes down from there.
Yeah.
Different types of scenarios, encounters and stuff like that. 2 more there. You have cyborg agents. You've got the combat robot.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is involving like government conspiracy. Was contracting out some cyborgs or whatever, and it got bad.
This is kind of a like Terminator scenario.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. And then this is what happens when
Matrix scenario also. Maybe.
Well, it's definitely
it's
definitely more Terminator.
Not the Terminator at all. Yeah. Actually, you clearly
the Exterminator. It's not the Terminator.
You got your RoboCop, your Terminator, and your Kyle Reese, right?
Right, Resistance leader. His name's not Kyle, is it?
No. It's
This one is about the
Lyle Creases.
Lyle
Creases.
Lyle
Creases. Yeah.
Death from Above. This one is
Drones Gone Rogue,
basically, but it's also defense AI. So it's kind of a mix of the Terminator without the robotics, or with the robots, but AI mostly. We're gonna skip ahead. I don't want to ruin all that stuff, but again, more military, lots of military hardware. This is one of the biggest. This book so far with the NPCs that we've noticed has the most focus on military units.
Right.
Of all of the other books that I've seen, a lot of them didn't have a lot of. They had military and they had police, but this one's got a pretty heavy focus on that. This is definitely some Terminator.
Definitely some Terminator stuff. Yeah.
I mean, you can't not play the scenario and make a comparison.
Right.
So it's kind of
Rise of the Machines, right?
Yeah.
I think that is a Terminator movie.
Right. This is Revolt of the Machines.
Revolt of the Machines. Sorry. Yeah.
Heavy metal players are going to be fighting against. Let's see. Cosmic forces behind their comprehension. What? That's not right.
So this is where everything comes to life and tries to kill you. Like your toilet might try to kill you. Your watch can try to kill you. I think, yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Okay. So this is just straight up the machines flip out. Maybe a comet goes by and all the Mack trucks go insane. Not that I've seen that movie before.
It kind of is like like the first Terminator. They have like the Allspark and they're bringing all the things to life.
No, that's not Terminator. That's Transformers.
Sorry, fresh Transformers.
Yeah. Kind of like that.
And they're trying to kill people.
Yeah, but if you've ever, if you wanted to play that Stephen King with Emilio Estevez, that movie.
Yeah.
That's this one. Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this scenario.
Maximum Overdrive.
Everything's just trying to kill me, man. So this one goes out to day 102. Again, more the same. Not going to ruin that. Heavy metal, post-apocalypse. Going back to horse and carriage.
Yeah.
So it looks like the people may have lived. But
technology is
definitely bad. And then Nano Apocalypse. This is the classic gray goop scenario.
Yep.
I'm not even going to flip through this one. I'm going to leave that one as a surprise for everybody at home. But that's where we invent nanites, nano machines, and they self-replicate, and then they decide to take over.
Yep.
That's basically what the scenario is. I'm not even going to spoil it. We're done. We're going to stop looking.
So that's it. That's the end. Apocalypse has come.
Apocalypse has come.
We're all dead.
There it goes. So, that's pretty much it. This, again, End of the World series from FFG using the Edge RPG system. Really fun system to play around in.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
They're not the only company that's done End of the World scenario books, but I like that they've got these 4 kind of laid out.
And you could do some really cool things like, what scenario, you could do this almost competitively if you had a group of friends.
Yeah,
Like, who can last the longest in each setting?
Yeah.
What setting can we all last the longest in,
Yeah, if you can get crazy with this stuff. I don't even think of these so much as like how to play it as much as like source material for whatever kind of RPG you want to play in. Maybe you just use part of this book for if you're playing in a different setting entirely, just like an island nation that has fallen to the machines.
Sure.
And this would be the source book
for that,
for that island or whatever. You can get crazy. That's what's so fun about the End of the World scenario books. You can just go crazy with it. I've had those conversations with my friends at like 2 a.m. about how would you survive the zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Well, now you can have the same thing with how would you survive the revolt of the machines.
All right.
So cool stuff. That's it for this one. I'm AdamHarry from BoLS.
It's the end of the video as we know.
That's Stable Abe singing.
Yeah, I'm Stable Abe.
Talk to you guys later.